Hi guys, hope you are having a great time. Thanks a lot for stopping by this channel. It really means a lot to me. And in today's episode, we are talking about B-roll. No, my friends, me doing a somersault is not called a B-roll. Pun intended. I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with YouTube creators like Peter McKinnon, Sam Kolder, Neistat, and you see a lot of time they use this term called B-roll. To you who is new to cinematography or filmmaking, this term B-roll might sound a little unfamiliar, and I'm pretty sure you must be wondering what the hell is B-roll and what does it mean and why to use a B-roll and when to use this B-roll. But don't worry, I'm here to save the day and I'll explain you what is a B-roll and when to use it, where to use it and how to use it. First, let's start with basic. What is a B-roll and why is it called a B-roll and why not a A roll or C roll or D roll or F roll? So most of you who have a little bit of editing knowledge or photography knowledge must know that in videos we work with layers. There is a common timeline where we put all the clips, the main content of the clips. That is your first layer, that is your base layer, and in between there are some cuts, there are some shots which you insert in between the main content, and that is placed on another layer. So in the video, when your main layer plays and the mark comes where you have put another shot in another layer, in the software it will show that layer. So basically your main content, and as the video is playing it will shift to the other shots which you have lined in another layer. And guess what the second layer is called? I'll give you a hint. The main layer is called A roll, and hence the second layer is called a B roll. So your first layer, which is A roll, becomes your main content. In terms of vlog, when you are holding the camera and talking towards the camera, you are sharing a story with your audience, that becomes the A roll. And in between you jump to some other shot showing maybe the area, showing a particular thing, showing another person, expressions, people, landscape, cityscape, a lot of these different elements to enhance your story, to take your audience to where you actually are and where you actually are seeing all these things. The B-roll comprises of all the inserts of various things that you want to show to your audience. So that is what a B-roll means, and by now you know why it's called a B-roll. Okay, now that you know what is a B-roll and why it's called a B-roll, let's talk about when to use a B-roll and why to use a B-roll and how it can enhance your storytelling abilities. So like I told you, a B-roll helps in getting your audience right there, making them experience what you are experiencing. Like you're talking about a particular place where you are at the moment in your A roll. In your B roll, you can show different shots of that particular place so that audience are not just listening and trying to imagine where you are. They get to see firsthand where you are and experience that place in a visual manner. So this is where B roll really helps. It really helps in transporting people from your main narrative to the place or a thing that you are talking about in your main storyline. And in recent days, B rolls have become really popular, like everybody is using it. Peter McKinnon, this guy, also recently announced a PM B-roll challenge, that is Peter McKinnon B-roll challenge. I also took part in it. My first Thailand video was based on the Peter McKinnon B-roll challenge, so you should go and check it out. I'll link it over here if you haven't seen it. And B-roll has become the main basics of any video making or filmmaking because it really enhances your filmmaking abilities. It really helps creators, filmmakers to tell story in a much better way. Even another one of my favorite YouTube creators, MKBHD, this guy really uses B-roll in a really nice manner. He does tech reviews, but in tech reviews also he uses a lot of B-roll showing a particular gadget in different angles, while in the main storyline he's talking about that gadget. So you should check it out. I'll link all these creators in my description. Their work is really amazing, really inspiring, and I love them. So make sure you check that out. So that's about it. Here was a quick video explaining what B-roll means and why it's called a B-roll and when to use a B-roll and why to use a B-roll. So let me know in the comments whether this video helped you to understand what a B-roll is. And if you use a lot of B-rolls, make sure you let me know in the comments or in any of my social media. I'll really love to see how you use B-rolls. And that's about it. Thanks a lot for stopping by this channel and watching this video so far. It really means a lot to me. And if you're new to this channel and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get notified the moment I upload these videos. I talk a lot about photography, cinematography and filmmaking as a whole. So, and also make sure you watch some of my other videos which I have done in recent past. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks a lot and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.